welcome back to the second card from today's crafting class. My name is Julie Kettlewell and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK, and I run the Paper Haven. So welcome if this is your first video that you've watched, or if you're joining me after the first card, thank you for coming back on. And either way, if you're watching it on replay, we've got the live chat going on, even though I filmed this earlier in the week. If you're watching on replay, please do leave me a comment. I would love that. So we've done our first card, which was this one. If you missed it, then you can go back and watch card number 1 that's on my channel. And the second card we're going to do is this tall sort of slimline card. And for the ladies who've taken part, you had 2 pieces of thick basic white, and we haven't cut into those yet. These are for your card bases. So I'm just going to actually check some of the measurements because I made this quite a few weeks ago and I've forgotten. Yeah, it's what I thought it was. Yeah, okay. So we're not going to do anything with this length. That's 21, and that is the height of the card that we want. And for the width, trimmer's on the floor. We're going to cut, I'm going to pop this in the trimmer this way, and we actually have to open the arm out, which is interesting because I've got a cup of tea here and I don't want to knock it. Right, okay, so we're going to cut it down at 20 centimetres. So putting it in that way, putting it in landscape and cutting it to 20. And you end up with this piece which you can use for something else. Oh, I've just had an idea for that. So, and then we're going to put it back in the trimmer, but we're not cutting. Keep the cutting blade to the other side. We're going to score it at 10. Okay, so we're scoring in the middle. So we end up with a card that's 10 by 21. I think that's all I need to do with the trimmer arm open. Well, I know it is, so I'll close that back up. But whilst I have the trimmer here, I'm going to cut some more papers. So I've already forgotten what's, oh no I hadn't, I should have had faith. So I'm going to cut some of the papers. So I'm going to do another one with the yellow, 4.5 centimetres square. So with the yellow piece you should have enough to make 3 cards with that one. And then if you've got some of the granny apple green left, you can use that. 4.5. And then I'm going to use some of the pink as well. I'm going to do mine a little bit different to how I did the original card. Move those papers out of the way. Julie. So we should be all clear now. With a nice clear desk. We've got our 3 papers and we're going to do some cutting. Remember those strips that we used yesterday? So we should have some left from the thin or standard piece of basic white. And I'm going to bring in the mini cut and emboss machine, but we only need 3 of the squares for this card. So I'm going to decide on my favourite 3. I love that one, that's my favourite one, this one. And then I'm going to have that one. And then I can't decide on the other one. I think I'm going to choose that one. So you should be able to fit 3 in, but I don't know if I've got enough card left. Oh no. So for this one, I'm going to do it on my other piece of card. So we can cut them all out in one go, which is always a bonus. There we go. Okay, so pop those to one side. Do get a lot of excess parts of the die cut, so just pop them in. It's good to have a bin close by when you're doing this, using these actually. Move that out of the way, get all sorted out. Clear some space. Let's see how that looks on the camera now. Right, oh, the desk looks quite clear, remarkably. Okay, so we've got our die cuts. I'm going to just press all the little extra bits. Now remember, I had that little extra pesky bit there. Just make sure that's gone this time. And there. And we're going to bring in our patterned pieces of paper. So just decide which one you want for. I might change these up a bit this time, mix them up a little bit, have a different pattern for a different colour. Maybe. I'm going to go with that, I think. So I'll grab my glue. Okay, so you just put a bit of glue on, and then these pieces of paper will cut at 4.5 centimetres. They're just slightly smaller, if you look there, than the actual piece of white. Oops, stuck to myself. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do different is, because I don't know if I'm a fan of it, actually. But what I did when I originally designed this card is I used the extra flowers with some of the spare patterned paper, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. There we go. Okay, so what I've done here is, you know those extra dies that's in your pack of dies? With those little scraps of paper that you should have left, you'll end up with lots of little scraps like this size. I've gone in and I've cut out the flowers and I've stuck them on here. But for this one, I'm actually going to leave it all white. But all you do is cut them out with any of your spare paper, and then add them onto the cards that you've prepared. Okay, so we're going to stamp a greeting. Now, I'm not going to use the greeting that comes in the stamp set, but you can. But you do need a mat for this. I would recommend you have a mat. I am going to use the Biggest Wish stamp set, which is my current fave, and lots of my customers are loving it as well. This is the Biggest Wish. If you haven't got this one, I firmly do recommend you get it in your crafty arsenal. It's so useful. So I'm going to use the birthday and the happy. So grab the birthday and the happy and grab a block. Now, I've got happy. Now what I should do is actually clean my stamps before, because I don't know if I cleaned them after the last time that I used them, which is naughty. So I'm just going to spray my stamp cleaner. Oh, it's come off the block. I don't often use this, but I'm really trying harder to use it. It's called the Stampin' Scrub, and what you do is you buy this stamping mist and you spray it on one side and you wash. It's a washer and a dryer in one. So you wash it on one side and you dry it on the other. I guarantee it will be the cheapest washer dryer you'll ever buy. But yeah, it's good, but I don't use it enough, but I'm trying to. And these clip out and you can actually wash them up with washing up liquid. Okay, so my stamps should be clean and free of debris. And I'm going to take my basic grey ink pad and stamp the birthday in the middle. Now, I've laid the card out flat to make it easier. Now, I normally have a practice, but I haven't got any scraps, so I'm just going to go for it. And if it goes pear-shaped, it goes pear-shaped. So I'm going to do it near the bottom, in the centre, as much as I can anyway. That's okay, happy with that. And then I'm going to grab I'm using polished pink, and I'm going to use the happy. And I'm going to sit it in here. Like that. Just make sure my hands are fairly clean. And then we can decide where we want our... Now, I've purposely not put that pink one next to that one. And I've realised I've used two different pinks for my papers and my stamp. Never mind. So just pop these on and see where you want them. There's a lot of sort of eyeballing the you know, if you were being uber, you could just grab a ruler and think, right, 2.7, 2.5, so it needs to be a tiny bit over that way. Okay, that's looking all right. And then we're going to take some dimensionals. And pop them on. Oh, he's moved it. Never mind. Uh-oh. Pop them on the back. Oh, man. Just put that there like that, and then just... Oh, I'm not having a good day with moving everything today. Let's just stick all our dimensionals on first. So what I do is when I've used all the actual ones, I use these edge bits. So let's get all these on, and then we'll address the getting it straight and getting it lined up. In fact, I might even stand up to see. Okay, there's some birds making some right noise in our garden. Sounds like ducks. Okay. Okay, and there we have those lined up. And there we have a nice, tall, slimline card. Nice and clean and simple design. So, that's not taken long at all, has it? 16 minutes for us. So, what I want you to do is hang on to this piece. This is the thick white that we cut off, because I'm going to make an extra little card with this. Okay, so I'll do that with video 3, and I'll do that at the end. So hang on to that, and I will come on and do the next video at 11:30. So you've got a little bit of time to catch up, and the next video will be on at 11:30, and I'll see you then. I'll do 2 cards on the last video, so we will see you then. Thank you for watching this one. Bye.